All right. What you say we finish this guy up? Okay. Now, when we did it last time, we made our cuts for our face and everything like that. Like I said, you have to have a sharp knife, and I usually go and sharpen my knife before I'm just going to make a mouth across here. This is where you have to be real careful, real easy. See how I make several cuts before I do the mouth? I cut down, I cut in, cut back over, and there's your mouth. Okay? Don't hurry. Don't put a lot of pressure. You don't have to do that. In such a way. Okay, just like right here. Okay, now what I want to do is I've got my face pretty much the way I want it to be. Now let's go ahead and finish up and work on this body a little bit more. Come back here. And I'm going to kind of just bring this down in here. We're going to have to think about the clothes now and stuff. Now let's take these shoes. As you can see, these feet are way too big, so this is going to have to come down. Almost took a little bit too much. But I didn't there. There we go. That's where I wanted, about right in there. So let's go ahead and move these shoes around. That's why I say you got to be just real careful. Don't want to take too much off at one time. I like to come down like this on these feet. And I want to come in a little bit more down here on the, because I knew I was going to cut a little bit more off these feet. There we go. Where it looks kind of okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and cut our line between our shoes and our boot and our pants. There we go. Cut one over here. We've done this 100 times. I've showed you how to do this between our pants. Now, this area in here if you look at him, he looks way too wide. So we're going to have to bring this area down in here, especially in here. This has got to be brought down. And let's just, that's why we don't worry a lot about some things. This has got to be brought down. This area in here. So let me go ahead and just, watch your hands. You just go ahead and bring that area in there down. Okay? Sort of separate that. There we go. See what we're doing? Bringing that down. And the knees come down a little bit. There we are. Okay. just sort of like that. And then we bring the legs, go ahead and bring the legs up in here. See that? Now that looks more presentable. And we're going to cut a little bit more away from this area in here. And remove a little bit from here where we can kind of, so you just sort of work it down, because you don't have a lot of area in here to work with as you work the knees or the feet down or the legs or whatever. Just a minute, let me look at something. I'm sorry. Okay, let's look at our piece here that we have. And let's make a little cut in here and separate that arm from the body. There we go. Where that arm comes down and separates itself from the body. Right there. Okay? And you just sort of look around the figure and you just sort of get a general idea of what you're looking at, in other words. And you kind of bring this down in here, because I had it kind of high in here so that I would have enough room. And the same thing goes here. You cut that up in there, and then you cut so that the arm looks like it's separated from the body, in other words. There it goes. And you just sort of go there. I'm going to make a little cut in here. Make a little cut in here where we have the elbows. Let me clean this up a little in here. There we go. Such a ways. Okay. Now, we're going to bring this hand. It's not going to so much, but we're going to bring that hand down a little bit more, like that. Make that a little bit flatter. There we go. Make that a little bit flatter in there. It's small, folks. It's getting down there real low, real small when we deal with small figures like this. But we have worked it out. We can work it out. You just have to keep getting what you want, in other words. There we go. Look at that. Now, basically, with the clothes on him in such a way, I think just pants and shirt is suitable. I'm going to go ahead and come across here with the back of the pants. And pants and shirt is what we'll put on him, just basically in this realm. Because you know, they're playing cards and stuff like that. They wouldn't be all dressed up in a coat and all things like that. Most people that are doing cards and stuff like that are dressed in just pants and a shirt, is all it would be. So, okay, let me bring this nose down. I just noticed this nose is just still too big. There we go. All right. Well, I tell you what, we just about got him finished. Now on the hands, let me get my V2. Okay, here we go. All right. That's our first little checker player. And basically your hands, you just take your V tool, like right in here, and their hands are basically just sitting on the, so we would just sort of cut our little thumb in there, just like that. There you go. And then take your V tool and just make the little fingers. Okay, just like that. And you can kind of cut down just a little bit to make it stand out a little bit more. There you go. I can even cut this a little bit more in here to make the hand stand out just a little bit more. You just kind of cut away from it. You can cut little slivers away. There you go. Make the hand look a little bit more presentable. And then right here, it's the same way. It's just sort of a bringing it down like that. As he's waiting. Okay. Well, there is our little man that we've done. And now what we can do is we can cut a few little wrinkles in the pants. You can do that. You don't have to, just to give it kind of a little character. Cut a few little wrinkles down in the pants. And the shoes, bring those down just a little bit. And cut some wrinkles. Give the pants some character. But let me go ahead and wet him. Kind of show you. Now this is on a 3/4 inch basswood, and I'm gonna put a few more wrinkles in him. But look at that. Look. And like I said, if you want to bring his arms a little bit more, you can just take a little bit more off in here. Stuff. Even this up in here a little bit. Take a little bit more off. Bring those arms out a little bit more. But look at that, see? That's the very first. Now this is a very small figure. Very small figure. I'm not sure. I have my, let's see, sitting down, let's see how tall he sits. Just how tall he is. Sitting down, he's only 2 3/4 inches high. So, there is our little figure. Right there. And we've got him carved. And take a few things away. Anyway, I'll play with him. I'm cleaning him up is what I'm saying is. Try to clean him up stuff. But that's our first little figure that we have for, and we can do other things. We can put patches on him and stuff like that. But I'm trying not to get in too deeply involved and trying to give you a simple enough figure. But there's his pants. And what we're going to do, we're not going to worry so much about this area back here because that's going to be sitting on the bench. Or I'm going to use some little branches to do that. Look like little log seats. And that is our first little figure right there on our little checkers. 2 guys sitting at a table playing checkers. Okay? All right. Thank you now. God bless you. And the next figure will be our little guy that is on the other side. Okay? All right. God bless you now.